Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got me, Nick, and Jordan.
For real.
This week we're going to be taking a look at Igor by Tyler, the Creator, released in 2019, and it was picked by Jordan.
It was picked by me.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about what made you choose it?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys heard the album just before, you know.
I hadn't, actually. This was a fresh listen for me.
Really? Well, did you know it existed?
I knew it existed, yeah, but I've never heard anything off of it.
True. I mean, it won a Grammy, didn't it? Yeah. And I just been singing around a lot of places, and then I finally heard Earthquake, I think on like a Spotify shuffle list or something. And then I was like, wow, this is really good. So I was like, okay, you know, it's gotten a lot of praise. I never listened to it either, any of it. And I don't think any of us listened to it.
Oh.
So I was like, you know what?
No, Nick's an Igor guy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Nick, you had listened to it.
I've always been a big Tyler guy, but
Okay.
Whenever Igor came out, I think it was just one of those scenarios where you're so used to the things an artist has put out, or you really like their previous sound and they change it a lot.
Yeah,
it takes you a little while to warm up to it, because whenever it first came out, Tyler was like putting out all kinds of. He said like 2 or 3 different times on his Twitter and Instagram something along the lines of, whenever you listen to Igor, like don't do anything or go on a car ride or go on a walk. Don't put it on and do other stuff. Like put it on and really listen to it. And I was like, okay, like. And I put it on, I think I was cleaning my apartment or something, and put it on with my headphones on, and I listened to like half of it, and then I just cut it off. I was like, this is alright. But
you're like, not the best.
Yeah, but it didn't take me super long to warm up to it. Probably like a week or 2 later, I listened to the album all the way through a couple of times, and I got more on board with it. But I was like, when the album was coming out, when he was promoting it and stuff, I was like super hyped for it. I was one of the people who like saw the news about it kind of got spoiled that he was coming out with an album, because Sony, his label, came out with a financial like forecast report for the quarter. And they said that Vampire Weekend and Tyler, the Creator, were going to like come out with an album that quarter. And everyone was like, oh, like albums are coming. And I saw that, and that I freaked out. And then, yeah. So I do have a history with the album. It's ironic that you picked this album, because I probably would have picked this or Flower Boy eventually. But
yeah, and see, I've never gotten into Tyler at all in any aspect, and he's an artist that I just kind of wanted to explore. I know his things are vastly his discography is very different.
Yeah,
but I was like, you know, this is the most recent thing. I'll pick this to listen to. You know.
Yeah, I knew Yonkers, but like that's it.
Oh, Yonkers, what a song!
I had like so. Like I watched the hell out of his oh god, I'm blanking on it. What's
Loiter Squad?
The TV?
Oh, Loiter Squad.
Yeah, Loiter Squad. I love Loiter Squad. I watched
hilarious.
so much of that. But as far as like from a music standpoint, I literally can know one song until this album. Now, after listening to it,
we used to listen to Who Dat Boy in my Jeep.
Oh, that's true. So I guess 2 songs.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it was good. It was very different, and that was what I went into this only knowing that like people either loved or hated it, and that it was going to be like super different from Tyler that I've heard in the past.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I liked how different it was. I felt like this was just like, he was like, you know what? I've made my other shit. I want to do some weird shit. Here it is.
Yep.
And it was neat. It was neat to listen to and hear like that different side of like the I guess a different facet of who he normally presents to the world.
Yeah, I know in his Grammys acceptance speech, he said something about wishing the album would have been categorized as something other than rap or R&B or something. I can't remember what he said, but he was
not.
Yeah, he was talking about how he hates that it had to be labeled that way, and he had to win a Grammy for like best rap album when it was like pretty much like an alternative album with all the like crazy stuff that was going on in it.
It's like prog rock, but also there's rap in it. It was
prog hip hop,
and he also
super
said,
experimental shit.
Yeah, he said anybody who looks like him gets placed in like the hip hop or urban category, and he said specifically like he said urban's just another way to like he said it's another way just to say like the N word almost, but.
Yeah, it's like the politically correct way to say the N word.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wow, that's some pretty heavy language, but
yeah, which I mean that's something that I've also like noticed, and yeah like you will never catch me saying shit like urban.
Yeah, I know.
The people who said that, they mean black.
I know.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's pretty much why I picked it. So
yeah, well, it was cool. It was an interesting pick, and I did when you picked it. I was like, I really thought Nick would have been the first Tyler guy. So I also thought that was interesting. But yeah, I like
because Earthquake hit me deep.
Yeah, deep. So for me going into it, not knowing it, I actually I like the album overall. Like I guess I also had the benefit of not knowing to not go into it thinking like rap album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I went into it and I was like, oh, that was like, it was weird, and I liked it.
Yeah.
There were only a few songs that like I saved to my library, that like would make playlist, but
yeah.
Overall, as an album, I thought there were some interesting parts you could pull out of it.
Dude, there were some weird features kind of on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a ton. But I saw CeeLo Green on there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, CeeLo is on
there.
there.
I thought
Solange.
It's like it's crazy that he like has such big features for this album, and he just kind of like blends their voice into the music, and they don't take front and center. Like Kanye is in it.
Yes, I know.
Pharrell is in it. Lil Uzi Vert is in Igor's theme. I had no idea about that.
Dude, I know. It's
Playboy
so hard
Cardi.
to tell. Yes, it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell.
But yeah, I remember seeing that Kanye was featured on the album before it came out, and I was like, oh man, that song is gonna be so good. And then you like just hear him in like background vocals and Puppet, and I was like okay, that was still good, but like you would figure you would never have Kanye take a backseat to anything. And
I know.
But
like it works.
Yeah, it does work. And I used to not like that song that much, but I liked it a lot more when I was listening to the album this week.
You said Puppet? You never really liked it that much?
Uh-huh.
That's like the 3 songs I like. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I like that song.
I forgot how much I liked A Boy Is a Gun. And I've always liked Earthquake. I think New Magic Wand is good situationally. And Are We Still Friends?
Yeah, I do. I do like New Magic Wand. I like the weird what's it called? Like the beat changes, doesn't it? And starts giving like this like magical kind of.
Living and pretend. Keep it $150. Fuck all. Living and pretend. All you.
Hearing to it. That's New Magic Wand, right?
Do you know what part of it? Like,
it's like
that's the one.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different.
I was gonna say that's the one that's really angry, but What's Good is really angry too.
Yeah, but New Magic Wand, that one's like super. Okay, so
I meant running out of time. My bad.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I do like
gotcha.
the end
My
of running
bad.
out of time, where if you have both your headphones in, it like runs
Mhm.
back and
Yeah,
forth.
I
across.
know.
Yeah.
how
I
it
know,
sounds
it's so
like
cool.
like
It's
if
so
you
cool.
have or if you're listening in stereo, it sounds like it's
Yeah.
spinning.
Still running out of Still running out of time. Yo.
Yeah, I love any time that stuff's in stuff.
Sorry, they were like right next to each other. Yeah, but it's running out of time though. Anyways.
Yeah, so I guess we can kind of transition to some specifics. Yeah, I don't know. I know the earthquake is like or earthquake.
Yeah, bro,
I know
right.
is like the biggest song off this album, and I like the piano in it, but I don't really get why people like it so
Sounds
much.
like huge.
Yeah,
I get it. It's because it's so like okay, well, it's because dude, it's like
yeah. I just
the
I don't
vocals
like
are
the
so
sound
soft.
of
They're
the
so
vocals.
soft. Like
That's what I don't like. I don't like
really?
yeah because they sound very thin.
Yeah.
You make my earthquake. Riding around, your love be shaking me up. It's making my heart break. Don't leave, it's my fault. Don't leave, it's my fault.
It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of like middle voice and like bass voice to it. It's very very thin, and I don't and yeah.
It's very like light.
So that's what it is. Yeah, and I don't like it because like I like the piano of it.
For real this time. For real this time. Like an evolve. For real this time. For real this time. 'Cause you make my earthquake.
Especially the intro part,
Interesting.
but I don't like the way that it was either recorded or like modulated for the final
I got you.
production, which that just is personal preference. I just don't really like that. I like it more to hear that like warm sound.
I got you.
Yeah, but I like how like Igor is a quote unquote character, but it's not really a character. It's like a side of whoever the unnamed narrator of the album is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it starts off with like Igor's theme is the first song, and I really like the extended synth chord that like starts off the album.
Mm-hmm. That like distorted
because that's
sound?
like instantly it's like this is not a rap album. And then it kind of every song that has the same like tonal style of like the very foreboding sound is like that's like an Igor song, and then the other ones are like the regular narrator kind of like because the ones that have the really dark sounds, those are like the ones that are like super conflicted and like
Mm-hmm.
like troubled songs. And then it's a little bit how Cuddy did like the nightmares and then the regular songs on Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
And I really like anything like that. It's just like, I mean, that's just like how you make good art, it's like the same idea of like if you like when you're writing a score for a movie, you give every character their own like theme song basically, so then your audience doesn't know it, but like subconsciously they're like, oh, I hear the Imperial March, that means Darth Vader's coming.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I really like it whenever
Star Wars is so good.
whenever art musicians put that into like a different medium. I think it's even cooler. Yeah, I think the song is my favorite track on the record.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
I really I like how I like the rhythm of it the entire time throughout like the verses and stuff.
I don't know where I'm going, but I know what I'm showing. Feelings, that's what I'm pulling. What the fuck is your motive? Man, I wish you would call me by your name, cause I'm sorry. This is not apology. You are such a distraction.
And I really like I really dig the line where he says, "Take them to the bridge."
How can I tell you? Take me to the bridge.
Oh yes, dude. Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of like how we talked about it in the Earth Tones episode, but anytime an artist puts shit like basically stage directives from like a play, anytime they put that in their music, I'm just like, ooh, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also I really like where the music cuts out and you're like, oh, the song's over.
Four.
I think I'm falling in love.
But then he has like 4 like I guess a line again, and then it's like it all comes back in and then it still goes on. I really like that part.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying the F word at the beginning at first.
Full.
He's like full. I thought he was saying the F word, but I was like, oh,
I got you.
he's saying the word four.
I like repetitive lines like that, like in DNA.
Yeah.
Off Damn. Where it's like dude, that's my favorite song on that album. But yeah, I like those kind of like it's like chopped up and modulated.
Mm-hmm.
The same word repeated. I don't know, I like that shit.
No, I got you.
Oh, like
I definitely like it.
Would close your eyes and count to like at the beginning of that.
Mm-hmm.
Running jewels fast.
Yeah, it like I like, and that's the 3 songs that you just talked about that have that are my like 3 favorites on their respective albums. So maybe there's something more to that I don't really realize how much I like it.
Who would have thought something as simple as repetition?
Yeah, man. Although I actually, that's actually probably a good point because like songs that are very like guitar centered, I really like playing styles that have like a lot of repeated notes to like add emphasis and dynamics to it. So maybe that's something more I can explore deeper down.
Song science. Hello.
Huh? Yeah, no, you're there. I was letting someone else talk, but I mean, I can continue running down my list if you want.
I'll say something. So, watching Loiter Squad and even hearing just like the way he talks, because honestly, let's be real. Tyler's pretty funny, right? Like just like he's really funny. So he comes up in a lot of. Wait, what?
Nothing. You're good.
He comes up in like a lot of memes. So like everyone's pretty familiar with what his voice sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They do so much
so much manipulation on this
yes
album.
he does there's so much voice manipulations that I didn't even realize like when I just didn't even like get in this album, a lot of times I didn't even realize it was him singing because I'm used to that like kind of lower gravelly Tyler voice,
Yeah, I didn't realize it until looking at Genius how much of like the choruses and stuff are him singing. I thought he got like a guest spot.
That's what I'm saying. And so like I was just like, wow, they did it like that's just that's the artistic approach that he took to this album.
And every now and then there's like a certain thing where you're like, okay, yeah, that is him actually. But you like really have to like tune your ear to it.
And that's
so I think go.
Him doing that I thought made the parts where he sang just in his normal voice, like at the end of Earthquake, it makes them like that much more emotional. It makes it feel more raw, I guess. I know that's one reason why a lot of people hated on the album when it first came out. They were like, the production doesn't even sound good. Like it just sounds like it doesn't sound like they've spent time like correcting it after like they recorded it, and I'm like that was clearly intentional. Like it adds to the raw emotiveness of so many of the songs and things like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know. I think I wrote it down because I actually, wrote down notes this week. I think, yeah, and that's why I think Puppet was probably like my second or third favorite song on the album, and because it to me the verses feel the most just very raw, and the verses are like super raw and heavy.
I wanna talk, I wanna call you and talk. I wanna walk to your front door and knock. After I stop, my vehicle drive to your city, cause we live in our park. Land at your driveway and put it in park. Then do the third line of this verse. Then back to my house and we pack up our bikes and we ride through the park, chase the sun. God, that's all I want. Other than air, oxygen and financial freedom. Yeah, I want your company. I need your company. I want you to want for me. I can't maneuver without you next to me. It's so complex to me. What do you need? Do you need bread? Do you need this? Do you need to be alone? I can wrap this up and get the fuck away instead. What is your wish? It could be granted. You're number one on my list. See, I'm Santa. Where's Rudolph? You're parasitic. I do not have some control. I am starting to wonder. Is this my free will or yours?
And then the bridge and like chorus section where it starts to get like super like, I don't know, it feels like you're kind of floaty, but they're very like, those sections are very light and languid.
I'm your puppet. I don't know me.
And I really like the contrast between the two sections of that song. I think that's what drew it to me the most whenever I first listened to it.
No, yeah, it's a really good song. Especially the Kanye feature.
Yeah.
Even Kanye doesn't sound like a whole lot like Kanye.
Yeah, that was the same thing where like
this,
I didn't realize it until I was like looking for it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that is
I know. It's an experience because literally everybody who's on this album is manipulated in a way, not on purpose to like sound like it's not them, but to like line up with how Tyler wants the album to sound. Right.
And then subsequently that makes them like kind of not. Yeah,
like,
I want. It's like a chicken and the egg thing. I wonder when that decision.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think I don't actually, and with the whole album, I only wrote down one specific line that I really like.
What was it?
It's in "A Boy Is a Gun's" first verse.
Waiting patiently. How come you the best to me? I know you the worst for me. Boy, you sweet as sugar, diabetic to the first degree. My spotty senses got me on the fences. Whole squad and Ginza travel.
And then it goes to the chorus. I thought it was funny, and then also kind of like pretty well written as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, and I enjoy like a decent amount of the album. It was just like from like when I was looking for like bars to write down, that was like the only one that I really thought to like write down.
I didn't know that in What's Good, in the chorus, he says hard to believe in God when there's no mirrors around.
Damn, hard to believe in God when there ain't no mirrors around. What's up?
Dude, okay, I saw that. I saw that too. I saw that too.
I was like, hard. Okay, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. Yeah, I'll definitely cut that one in.
It's because, I mean, obviously, like, it's because he's referring to himself as a god,
right? Because that's one of the Igor songs where he's very like,
say it.
Well, kind of like
braggadocious,
like the personas like showing up. Like he's like mad.
I wanted you to say braggadocious, Jamie.
No, I'm the guy who
I
says
guess. I mean, the whole song's
braggadocious.
Not like that though. That's just like that.
I know.
That and then the two lines before it.
It's just like
yeah. And then
sorry.
In that one, it's what is it? Slow Tie is the rapper. I think he's like an English rapper.
Yeah, he
is he English?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he has.
I really like the verse 3 of the same song.
Yeah.
The Dracula part.
Dracula. Suck me first, I might get back at you. Is that shit clear? Check the aperture. Ha 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 ha. I can't laugh at you.
I like that. That's a pretty good like. I like the sound of that I guess, couplet. I don't know.
Sure.
It's been a while since I had to analyze poetry.
a good limerick.
Nah. Yeah, I definitely like Slow Tie's voice. It was really like, I think it was the only voice that wasn't really like, I want to say like soft.
It seemed the
light.
most natural.
Yeah, it seemed like it seemed kind of
I guess
intense.
close to regular.
It seemed kind of intense for me too. Like just as it was just deeper and it was kind of more intense. Like it was more hard hitting every time he spoke. But I see the light. I see the light.
Yeah. That's yeah, I like that. I like the little like Gerard Carmichael narrations throughout it that kind of I like it. I just really like Gerard Carmichael's voice.
Who's Gerard Carmichael?
It's one of those voices where he's an actor, but he's the guy who's like doing the narrations throughout the album.
Oh, okay.
The guy who says like sometimes you got to close the door to open a window. But at some point you come to your senses. He says all that stuff.
Yeah, and I've always like really liked his voice. I don't know, it's one of those voices that I find like very like it's easy to listen to. It's very like soothing. But I also like it because it like serves to like concretely further the narrative that's being made throughout the album of like, you know, being obsessed and in love and then having that like fall through and then trying to reconcile with it and stuff like that.
Yeah. When I was trying to analyze some of the lyrics more, I was looking into the middle of the album. It was New Magic Wand, then A Boy Is a Gun, then Puppet, and I was like, all of these are kind of about him wanting to be with this person, but also seeing that they're tied up with their like ex-girlfriend, and realizing that that like he's trapped in this scenario that he feels like he can't get out of because he doesn't know if he wants to continue that like love struggle or if he or like actually get out of it. And then and I was like thinking about that, and then I got to the end of Puppet where Gerard Carmichael says, but at some point you come to your senses, and I was like, okay, I was right. Okay, that's the
and that's also I like because before that comes in, that's it. Is that at the end of...
I think it's the end of Puppet when he says that.
Yeah. There's also kind of before that, there's like a... it sounds a little like it might be like an ambulance or something.
But at some point, you come to your senses.
But then it only goes on for a second, and then it gets modulated into like being like more musical. Mm-hmm. And so then it's like you come to your senses, like maybe it could be an image of like, you know, something bad happening that required like medical attention. So like he overdosed on like the love that's eating him alive, you know, something like that. I don't know. I kind of had that thought whenever I was listening to it.
Gotcha.
But maybe that's just too deep. I like the and speaking of alerts or sirens in New Magic Wand, like I think it's before the fourth verse. There's like a really cool like alert sound, and then it becomes more of like a siren, and then it gets turned into like it flows into the fourth verse, and I really like that section as well.
Oh. Ayo, take one look in the mirror. Implications so clear. I live life with no fear, except for the idea that one day you won't be here. I will not fetch the ball.
Talking about I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'll cut it in.
That like blaring sound, and then that it's almost like a bass record scratch, though, like like in the
it's super weird, but I really dig it.
Yeah, I remember watching it was a video that Tyler the Creator posted on Instagram where it was like a bunch of his famous friends and different famous people who came to like his studio or something for a listening party for Igor, and he was playing that song, and I was like, dang, this is what the album's gonna sound like. And the room was like all dark, and I think I saw like Schoolboy Q, A$AP Rocky, and Steve Lacy, and some more people in the room, and someone was just panning the camera, and then they showed Tyler, and he was behind like a DJ table, and he was like jumping up and down, like throwing his head up and down, like going crazy, and like everyone else in the room was just like chilling out. It was
yeah, but I was like, what the hell is going on?
They said, "Oh, you good, dog? You good?"
Yeah, I
don't know. I still don't know if I like or don't like New Magic Wand.
All of his live performances of that song are like insane.
Thanks.
Like his, he did it at the Grammys.
I can see listening to it makes you feel insane.
Yeah, when I talked to my parents after the Grammys came on, they were like, "Do you know who that guy is who did that like crazy rap like that crazy song?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was Tyler the Creator. I listened to a lot of stuff." And they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, like he's just like it's like a stage thing. He's just putting on a big like crazy show because the song's insane." And they're like, "Okay, it was crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the point."
And like listening to it, it makes you feel like you're like, especially most of the time that I listened to this album this week, I was driving in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And I crank that shit up whenever I'm in the car. I like crank my music.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that one is like full sensory, like the music's loud, the vocals are loud,
mm-hmm.
the weird pitch shift and modulation, like demonic sounding, like new like those sections.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different experience for sure. And sometimes I'd listen to it, and sometimes I'd like it, and sometimes I listen to it and I wouldn't like it. It was weird. So that's why I still haven't, I don't know. I still can't tell if like I like that song or not. It's definitely not saved to my library because that would be like a shell shocker to just have on shuffle and have it come on. Like, oh my god, it's scary.
Have your library. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, like it's a cool song. It feels very like it feels very dark.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The whole time you're like, what's the magic wand? Is it a gun or something? What do you do?
Well, no, the boy's the gun.
He on it gang. Well, the boy's in the gun later. Sorry. We don't know that yet, Jordan.
I'm sorry, I was just making a joke.
At this point in the album, you don't.
In the chronology.
Jordan, you broke the canon.
After I listened to it a few times this week, I kind of drew parallels between it and Currents by Tame Impala.
Uh-huh.
Impala.
Or you say Tame Impala?
But like purely because of their themes and how their instrumentation reflects just like a dark emotional state, basically. Like they're both about like emotional hardships and breakups and things like that, and they both have Currents isn't really like a raw sound. I don't know. They both have very full, like deep sounds. I don't know. Just the themes feel very similar between the two albums for me. And they're
and yeah, I would say if you looked at a spectrograph of both albums, they'd have it'd cover most of the spectrum of sound.
Yeah, and the way that the lyrics are kind of interwoven into the instrumentation rather than taking like front and center. I feel like that's present in both albums, and I really like both albums. So probably another reason I tied them together.
I gotcha. Yeah, I really liked the like extended metaphor in hang on, I think I accidentally. Yeah, okay, I accidentally like erased half the text. I like the extended metaphor of like kind of losing one's full self in a relationship, and it's throughout the entirety of running out of time. But specifically the part at the top of the
Wade in your water, your waves wash over me. I drift to the deep end. Don't say, don't say, don't say. It's a low tide. I found peace in drowning. Running out of time, running out of time, running out of
track
time.
where it talks about like letting like you wash over. Hang on, I'm pulling it up because I wrote it down, but it wasn't fully what it is.
The wade in your water.
Yeah, wade in your water, your waves wash over me. I drift to the deep end. Don't save, don't save, don't save. It's a low tide. I'll be fine. I found peace in drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like the extended, and then it's kind of referenced throughout the song a little bit more. But I just think that's a really cool just metaphor and visual of like just fully immersing oneself and just like losing yourself, like going under
Yeah.
in someone else's, like either like with it, like losing yourself in another person or in whatever relationship you have with them. I thought it was a really cool metaphor to like convey that.
Yeah, a lot about relationships too in this, but
Mhm.
and I think just a quick note, I looked at like a thing, and apparently there was like an interview, and someone asked him, like, has he ever been in love? And he like didn't want to comment on it.
Yeah.
Which I get, you know.
Yeah, you know, some people that's, you know,
I know, man.
gotta stay guarded.
That's like
I really like what?
he delves into themes of love in Flower Boy, and then this one is like all about that basically.
Mm-hmm. The emotional side of Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your really girlfriend look like my mom. I whoop your ass.
A classic. Yeah. The song November off Flower Boy is about I think it's about someone that, or like a really great time in his life, or it's either I think for him it's about a person, but he talks about letting your November be like just some significant, like, awesome time in your life. And then there's a little in I think it's the bridge, or it's towards the end of the song, like some of his friends like talk, and someone says like, my November was like the summer of this year, like where we just like rode bikes around the city and stuff, and just hung out. Aww. And someone says like, my November's right now. And then at the very end of the song, he says, I wrote a song about you, I want your opinion. And it's basically like a message to someone, like about like his November basically. But yeah, pretty good album. I need to listen to the Dissect on Flower Boy still.
I know. I want to check out. I do want to check out. Like listen to Flower Boy, and then listen to the Dissect about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's after this season, Dissect season 7, because the internet, a banger of an album. I'm excited. Nice.
Still need to listen to it, but
dude, we got to get paid by him at some point if we say it enough, right?
Yeah,
what,
that's how that works.
Yeah, I really. So talking about this album though, I really like the end of the album. I don't really like the third to last and the penultimate song. Those are okay, but I really like "Are We Still Friends?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, what does what does penultimate mean?
Second to last.
Okay. That's what I thought. That was like, I got that from context clues, but
yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I gotcha. Yeah, I really like "Are We Still Friends?" It feels so like it's another very light feeling song,
Yeah, I thought you said you didn't like those kind of songs, though.
No, I didn't like the thinness of the vocals in Earthquake. I like the dream-like songs.
Okay.
It's just specifically how it was recorded in Earthquake.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the synth in the background is really good.
But I got to know. Are we still friends? Can we be friends? Are we still friends? Can we?
And I like how it kind of it builds throughout. It's like a swelling wave throughout, and then the wave crashes whenever he does like the yelling thing right at the end, where he like screams like all of his frustration and pain.
Are we still friends? Oh.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's like in Runaway with Kanye's vocal solo. Like you just feel like what the entire album has led you up until that point to like you know that the narrator's experiencing, and then there's that release.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish about it though was while he's screaming, there's a guitar swell in the background, and then when he stops screaming, that note is still held out, but it's only held out like another measure. Like I really wish that note held out like until the end of the album, and then it like faded away with that note. I really wish it did, because I love that. I love that shit.
I got you.
Double in your
Like
dress vibes.
Yeah, like my favorite song by Alabama Shakes is Gemini off Sound and Color.
What's your favorite song by them?
Because of
What's your favorite song by them?
Absolutely, dude.
It is a good one.
Like, dude, you sit in the dark with headphones in and listen to that song and tell me it doesn't change your life.
I might be a straight up Sound and Color guy. I really love that song. Talk about dreamy songs.
Oh, that song's great too. But that whole album is awesome. But Gemini, I love the like just mega sustain like dueling guitar solos in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that shit. That's my bread and butter right there. Yeah, so that's like the one thing is I wish that like that note lasted like 12 times as long on that song.
Yeah, I wish I knew what you guys were talking about.
Oh, don't worry. We'll don't worry.
No. Wait, is Alabama Shakes a country?
No.
Well, that one. Well,
they're from Alabama.
They kind of have.
Okay.
There's
influence,
maybe like country rhythms in like one or two.
I would
songs
say that
on that.
Yeah, that's
like
true. But that's probably more on Boys and Girls.
Oh, absolutely. Like Boys and Girls is
Yeah.
definitely way more Southern influenced, but
yeah.
But you can hear it a little bit on like shoegaze and like towards the end of the greatest, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I digress.
Yeah,
Wait,
don't worry, Jordan. At some point, you'll get a taste of the Alabama.
Yeah.
Shakes.
Do you still have that? Do you still have that CD that I got you, Jamie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the 4 CDs in my car.
Thank you.
Aw.
It's that one, Joseph LeMay's first album, the one we got for free with our concert tickets for St. Paul and the Broken Bones, and I'm pretty sure the other one's a Billy Joel album you gave me.
Yeah. Is it Billy Joel or is it Tony Bennett MTV Unplugged?
I know you gave me 2, and one of them's in my car, and one of them is at, I guess, my parents' house.
I'm sure that Tony Bennett MTV Unplugged isn't anything too special, but I saw it.
I also somewhere have a 21st Century Breakdown album and a what's the is it Dreaming Out Loud? Is that the One Republic album?
Oh, I don't know.
With Stop and Stare, Apologize.
Like the one with the tree on it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dreaming Out Loud.
What's 21st Century Breakdown? Is that Green Day?
That's a Green Day album. It's got 21 Guns. That's like the only notable one on there to me. Yeah, it's Dreaming Out Loud by One Republic. That was the first physical album I ever bought. Really? And it's one of 2 that I've ever paid money for. What's on 21st birthday? I know that 21 Guns is it's not a popular Green Day album. My dad just he bought one at Edward McKay because he forgot that he already had it. And so he was like, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that. Why not?" Then I don't know Your Enemy's on it. Okay, that's also kind of a popular one. I mean, really though, the only 2 Green Day albums you really need in your life are Dookie and American Idiot.
Dookie is a classic.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one Brain Stew's on. That song's great, but that album, I don't know. And that's about it. I mean, really, do you need more from Green Day?
I'm not a huge Green Day head either. I know some people love.
I like songs by Green Day, like Jesus of Suburbia off American Idiot. I love that song. That's one of my that's a top song, honestly. Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, like those are all great songs. True. Sing Jimmy, Are We the Waiting? Okay, so most of American Idiot is very good.
And how does this relate back to Igor also? I'm just kidding. I was trying to tie it back.
Jordan, I am the host here.
Jamie does run this stuff.
I'm sorry.
And that's where we'll leave the pin in Green Day.
Okay. I could see us going off on a rant. I didn't know if you guys.
Bro, we were on the rant. We weren't going off. Yeah, we were mid rant.
Yeah, we were off the rails and on the bus next to the train. Yeah, so I think that's the specifics I have. So if you guys have some, feel free to someone else take the reins.
I don't know if I have much left to say. Nick?
One thing I like about Earthquake is that it doesn't sound very instrumentally complex. And I feel like it's a good testament to how, if you, kind of how Kanye's music sounds, like his instrumentals sound just like they work so well. And it's like they have that little like magic dust sprinkled on them or something. Like it's hard to say why, but it's just like this just fits. It's like a puzzle that he just put together, basically. And I feel like the melody and rhythm of Earthquake is kind of like that. And also, I really enjoyed figuring out how to turn the bass settings all the way up in my head unit in my Jeep because Earthquake sounds really good.
Nice,
blasting. The bass for Earthquake sounds better, or at least it like hits harder out of the speakers in my car than the bass in New Magic Wand does, which is interesting.
Okay.
But New Magic Wand is definitely it feels much darker, as we've discussed quite a bit. But I think this is the first Tyler the Creator album that Pharrell has had vocals in. And
he's on this album?
Yeah, he
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has I think he has vocals towards the end of Are We Still Friends? And I didn't notice until I read it when I was listening to the song. But it's the part where it says, "Don't get green skin, keep contact. Don't say goodbye, smell you later." Oh, and it's the background vocals, the bouncing off things and you don't know how you fall. Like you'd know it if you heard it.
Which one did you say that was?
It's at the end of Are We Still Friends?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd probably know it if I listened to it right now. I'd probably notice it.
But I was like reading those lyrics, and I was like, Pharrell, and then I heard it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Pharrell.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Pharrell.
No, he's featured on a song on Cherry Bomb. It's just not a song that I listen to a whole lot. But yeah, because I know Tyler's like heavily influenced and really loves a lot of Pharrell's music.
Bro, it's kind of crazy how everyone is influenced by
Yeah. It's also crazy. Isn't he like 40 years old?
Yeah, he's,
And he looks like he's
I
like
don't know.
27.
He's like, yeah. Pharrell Williams' age. Ah, damn it. It played happy instead. Yeah, he, he's almost 50. He's 47. Yeah.
Jeez.
I was going to say, he's born in 73. That's a year after my parents, yeah.
Gosh dang.
That bitch 47.
My man's still making
Crazy.
good music, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I really enjoyed the album. Forgot how much I liked it. Hadn't listened to Flower Boy in a while. I'll probably listen to Flower Boy this week too, just because.
Honestly, I want
Tyler
to
a
check
little
out
bit.
Flower Boy and then listen to the
And I've never
dissection.
listened all the way through Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was like that was kind of rounding off his edgy career.
Yeah.
Right.
To listen to that. There's an underrated song off that called Rusty. That there's a performance where him I'm not sure if it's Damo or Domo Genesis and Earl Sweatshirt, they do a performance of it on David Letterman, and that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. It's a good one.
All right. Well, then, do we wanna move into the ratings then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess I'll go first, and then Jordan, you want to go, and then Nick, you want to go, and then announce next week's album.
For sure.
All right. So I'll go first. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I feel pretty good about it.
All right. Aye.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
All right.
Because that's what I think it deserves.
That would make sense that you would give it a rating that you think it deserves.
I do appreciate that. Very fair. Sounds very.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
It sounds like you really thought about that. I'll give it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Then that will bring our average to 7.17.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
No, I know
and that
Cuddy's
makes
still.
it fifth. Yeah, fifth.
I do want.
Below Earth Tones and above Turn Blue.
Okay. Bro, Earth Tones beat it out. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We love Bahamas.
Earth Tones is 7.33, and this one is 7.17.
Gotcha.
Nice. I feel like that's a pretty fair rating for this album.
Yeah.
I do want to say,
Like
before I forget, I put "Are We Still Friends" on my Instagram story, like a week after this album came out, and our main man David, who retweets and likes all of our tweets for the podcast, he sent me a DM on Instagram and said something along the lines of like, "Isn't this song so good?" or like, "I love this song too," and I was like, "Heck yes, man!"
Aww.
But shout out to
love
David.
David.
Thank you for the publicity, man. We appreciate it.
That's why he's a groomsman.
What'd you say, Jane?
I love David.
I know. I can't wait to meet him. He seems funny.
I'm exciting. I love David. Yeah. So then, Nick, do you wanna let us know what we're gonna be talking about next?
Sure
week?
thing. So, I went back and forth a lot this week, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought I was gonna do a Dawes album, and then I thought I was gonna do The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller, and then and then I thought I was gonna do Hotel California by the Eagles.
Okay. Also good.
But from our mention of it about 20 minutes ago, I think we're gonna do Sound and Color by the Alabama Shakes.
Oh, dude, yes.
No.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, hell
because
yeah.
I was looking through the track list after we talked about it, and I was like, man, I forgot about how much I love this album. So
excellent album. I'm not gonna tell you guys, but I'm pretty sure I already have my rating.
What the? Wait, okay, it's called Sound and Color.
Yeah. With
By
the
the Alabama Shakes.
And it's produced by a guy who has some great solo stuff, and I also love pretty much everything that I know of, that I've listened to, that I've heard him produce. Blake Mills. But
I got you.
Yeah, it's a great one. It is a very good album.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jordan, this is definitely a headphone album.
Yes.
Absolutely. At least your first listening.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably listen to all of the things with my headphones on. Just because,
well, I mean, that's honestly that's the best way to listen to it.
I know, I love it. But thank you for giving me the forewarning, just in case.
Yeah, this one's definitely, dude. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this album.
Dang, I kind of want to listen to a Mac Miller album. I've never listened to a Mac Miller song.
Well, you still
What?
Ever.
You've never listened to
I'm
a
not
Mac
even
Miller
joking.
song?
I'm not joking,
dude. I didn't play any. We talked about him last night. I didn't put any on the playlist. On the queue.
If it was in the background, maybe. But I've never.
I would have released that. I would have put Ladders. I love that song.
I've never clicked on a Mac Miller song before.
Well,
and been like, let me listen to this. Not saying that means he's not good. No, 100%. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying, it's my music taste is weird. Again, Tyler never touched any song until Earthquake. I've never listened to a song off of Cherry Bomb. Any of the I'm very much once I get into an artist, I listen to most of what they have. But then if I don't even listen to any of it, I will not even touch it until it just comes up on a playlist or something.
Wait,
I don't know why my music taste is very walled off like that, but there's something I'd always rather be listening to, even though it might be good music and I might end up liking that, and then I'll start listening to it. It's just very complicated in my head.
Jordan, did you listen to either of those Action Bronson feature songs that I sent you?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
In that case, you haven't listened to a Mac Miller song, because one of them was Red Dot Music by
okay,
Mac Miller.
I will.
And if you listen to it, I was going to debunk what you said, but apparently you didn't. So.
I'm sorry. That's even worse.
It's all right.
Oh no!
But yeah, I think I've only listened fully through his latest 3 albums. I might have listened all the way through Good AM, which is his 4th newest. But I would be interested to listen to some of his old stuff, because I really got into him whenever Swimming came out, and then I listened to The Divine Feminine, and I really liked it a lot. And yeah. Yep, I'm a big Mac guy.
Yeah, I'm excited to. Yeah, for next week, man. I'm excited. Sorry, we can't expose you to Mac.
It's okay.
But
are we gonna do?
Love it.
What
are we gonna do the what we've been listening to?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. We're at probably about 51 minutes. Yeah. We'll do it. Not too long though.
I got you.
No, yeah.
Everybody check out the Flying Burrito Brothers. The Gilded Palace of Sin, great album. If you like the Eagles. Listen to some Joni Mitchell. Listen to some His Golden Messenger. Listen to Houndmouth. They're good. And I also listened to all those albums that I mentioned earlier that I thought about picking, but didn't.
Gotcha. I've been listening to some Billie Eilish this week.
Oh yeah.
What else have I been listening to? It's mostly been just daily mixes. But there are also Billie Eilish, some Justin Timberlake, and then Marcus King Band. Probably my big 3 for this week.
I've been listening to Travis Scott a little bit more. I've been listening to a lot of Blueface this week again. Still, I got into Respect My Crippin'. I like that song so much, and the music video is like everything that I could want in a music video is in there.
Gotcha.
I think I already talked about it. It's just low production value, and it's still a high production value. Don't get me wrong, but it's not crazy, you know. There's like a few edits here and there, but yeah, I like that. And then I tried listening to Detroit 2 by Big Sean because that just came out. I like some of the songs on there. I haven't gotten through all of it yet, but yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, well, I guess we'll go ahead and take her home then. We wanted to just say thanks again for listening this week, and remember to tune in next week where we're going to be taking a look at Sound and Color by the Alabama Shakes. Be sure to give it a listen or two so that you can kind of have your own thoughts and, you know, quote unquote, join in the discussion a little bit inside your head. You know, feel free to either leave a comment about your thoughts on this week's album on YouTube, or you can also tweet them at us. We're on Twitter at ListenUpPod, and that account as well as our personal handles will be in the description of wherever you find this podcast. A side note on that, if you also want to see what we look like, we just posted pictures of us on the podcast Twitter as well. We're also, you know, we ask that if you did enjoy this episode, feel free to leave a rating or a review wherever you found this, and, you know, never hurts to tell a friend to check it out. For now, we'll catch you next week, and remember to listen up.